So you've decided that you want to start playing Dungeons and Dragons. You've picked out a character, and if you're like me, you've written a 17-page backstory for that character. You've got your character sheet put together, you've learned the rules, and now you're sitting around the table or at your computer with your friends, and your DM says to you, a hooded figure walks up to you and looks you up and down and says, "You look to be the adventuring type. What do you say in return?" And then your mind goes blank. One of the most interesting and rewarding and creative facets of D&D is the role-playing mechanic that is built in. However, the roleplay mechanic can also be one of the most challenging things for a new player to overcome. What do I say? How do I say it? What is a good choice? What is a bad choice? And frankly, even if you are a veteran player, even if you've been playing for forever, that can still sometimes be a really challenging part of the game. As it happens, I love D&D. I also have 3 degrees, 2 master's degrees in theater, specifically Shakespeare, and I've spent the past 10 years working in improv. And so the roleplay component, the storytelling component of D&D is something that I absolutely love. So I'm really excited to welcome you to my new series, Dungeons, Yes, and Dragons. Such a dumb name.
It's Dungeons, Yes, and Dragons. I don't have a theme song yet.
Now, the goal of this series is simple. I want to give everybody a foundational knowledge that they can build from while they're playing TTRPGs, and not just Dungeons and Dragons, but any game that involves storytelling or characterization or roleplay. Over the course of this series, we are going to start with Acting 101, the very basic stuff that you need to know just to get by in your first game. As we go on, we're going to expand, we're going to delve, we're going to get into more of the nitty-gritty. So make sure that you subscribe and hit the follow button so you know when the next episode is up. I'm so excited about this series. Over the next few weeks, we are going to look at a lot of different concepts and a lot of different skill sets that you can apply to your TTRPG experience. We're going to look at stuff from improv and from acting and from directing and from character design. We're going to learn about things like yes and step up, step down. We're going to learn about finding your character's objectives. We're going to learn about creating comprehensive backstories that allow you to really develop your character. We're going to learn about character arcs. We're going to learn about giving and receiving at the table, not like that. But most importantly, what we're going to talk about at the core, the fundamental idea behind this series is that I really believe that incredible things can happen at the table. But perhaps most importantly, I believe that Dungeons and Dragons, TTRPGs as a whole, offer us an incredible opportunity to sit down and collaboratively tell a story together, to support each other, to hear each other, to embrace each other's ideas, to lift each other up. And so the purpose of this series, more than making you, the next great character actor of D&D, this is about helping you tell stories about your friends. This is about giving you a few tools in your toolbox to offer to everybody at your table. Because I really believe that when we are good storytellers, when we are collaborative storytellers, when we are kind and compassionate storytellers, we can do amazing things at the table. We're also going to talk about just the methodology of storytelling. How do you tell a compelling story? How do you build a character arc? How do you figure out what your character would say in the moment when you, the person, would do something completely different? New episodes of Dungeons, Yes, and Dragons are going to come out weekly, probably on Thursdays. So like I said earlier, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But I wanted to do a little bit of an announcement, a little bit of a teaser trailer. After I talked about this on Twitter, it kind of blew up and I got such incredible questions from people saying, yes, please, not a lot of people are talking about this. And so I really just wanted to take my background in theater and acting and improv and offer it to the community as a way of helping people play better D&D. So anyway, that's it for me this week. But next week, we're going to start off strong with one of my favorite improv concepts, yes and. We're going to break it down to its component parts. We're going to talk about how to apply it at your tables. And we're going to talk about how using yes and can make you a more creative and supportive player at the table. I'm Catieosaurus. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.